Where you going? You haven't paid for your nails and your toes. Where you
Stop
going?
playing with me. I'm not paying y'all no extra money.
Then go back to your.
Don't touch me.
Go back and now take your nails.
Don't touch me.
Go back to
You better call the police.
You call
the police.
I'm gonna walk
Get
you
the
up.
fuck off of me.
Did you just hit her? Did you take me?
Have y'all heard about the situation that happened at the nail salon in Atlanta? Okay, so apparently a nail salon in Buckhead, Atlanta had a customer that allegedly refused to pay for her service. And instead of them calling the police like businesses do to let them do their job, they allegedly chased the woman out the salon, laid hands on her, yelled at her, tried to bring her back to the salon, all over a service of, I think it was like less than $100. And before we get deep into this commentary, I do want to say I am not defending stealing. It's common sense. If you receive a service, you need to pay for it. But what I am saying, I feel like businesses do have a certain level of professionalism that they should have. And this situation was escalated completely, and I do feel like it was very unprofessional. I actually just seen this video about 10 minutes ago, and I was just appalled. I was appalled, y'all. I did read through the comments. I looked at reviews. I pulled up the website. And I'm just so surprised that these people are still in business and there's not more talk about this going on online, because this is absolutely insane. And it reminded me of a situation that happened to me a few years ago. But let's go ahead and play the video and then we'll talk about it in a little bit.
Where you going? You haven't paid for your nails and your toes. Where you
Stop
going?
playing with me. I'm not paying y'all no extra money.
Then go back to your.
Don't touch me.
Go back and now take your nails.
Touch me.
Go back to
You better call the police.
You
Call the police.
Yeah, I'm calling.
Call them.
Go up here.
Now what?
Go up here.
One thing about me.
Where you going? You haven't paid. I'm gonna walk you up.
Stop for me.
Did you just hit her? Did you just?
You
need to pay your nails. You just hit her. You just hit her.
Don't touch me. What's wrong with you?
You just hit her. I got a record.
I don't give a fuck.
I'm gonna walk you up. You haven't paid for your nails and your toes.
Long as y'all don't touch me. Long as you don't touch me.
You haven't paid.
Long as y'all don't touch me. Like I said, I don't give a fuck. None of that. Call the police.
You hit her.
Call the police.
We called the police already.
What's wrong with y'all?
If you wanna run, you have to talk to the police first.
Baby, I'm not running from. I'm not paying y'all what I don't owe y'all. What's wrong with you?
You haven't paid for your nails and your toes.
Not paying for nothing that I don't owe y'all. Period.
You pay for nothing at all?
Nothing at all. If y'all not telling me what to pay, I'm not gonna stand up paying with y'all.
You haven't paid for your nails and your toes. You wanna talk to the police?
Tell me what to do. I'ma show you who I'ma talk to. What's wrong with y'all?
You gonna talk to the police?
Running up on me like y'all hoes on lost y'all mind.
You gonna talk to the police? No, go away. You gonna talk to the police?
Oh my God! What you did? Stop it!
Did you just take me? You go away. You gonna. Hey, he's running away. He's running away.
Okay, y'all, so that's the initial video that I saw. I'm gonna go ahead and read the caption. The caption in the video was actually posted by a lady named Tiffany _aesthetics. I'm assuming that she is the salon owner. The name of the salon, I believe, let me find it. Muse Buckhead. Muse Buckhead. I'm assuming that it's in Buckhead, Atlanta. And if you've ever been to Atlanta, this is a very affluent and nice area. So this was the caption that she put on this video. This was the owner, Tiffany. She put, I normally do not share personal situations like this, but unfortunately today I feel like I need to make others aware in order to protect my team, our businesses, and I was not the one who did her nails, but I need to speak up to protect my employees. This woman came into our salon requesting a very detailed nail set with extra long nails and multiple handmade charms. Before starting the service, we clearly explained the pricing to her. She was not comfortable with the price, so we stopped the consultation. Y'all, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you're doing a consultation, that's not you actually doing the nails. That's basically you just talking about what you're going to do, and that's them quoting her a price based on what she's explaining that she wanted. But they said that they stopped the consultation. So does that mean that they were already doing her nails and then they stopped doing them once she didn't agree with the price? Or were they actually doing a consultation, which is literally just talking? I've been to a few consultations and it's never them physically doing anything. It's literally just a conversation. But y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. She said, then she changed her request to a simpler long nail set with one color, agreed to the price, and we began the service. During the appointment, she continuously added more designs and requested additional handmade charms. Despite the difficult situation, our team continued trying to complete the service professionally. We spent almost 3 hours completing her service. However, when it was time to pay, she refused payment and left the salon. When we attempted to stop her and ask her to return to either pay or wait for the police, the situation became physical. Multiple staff members were pushed, hit during the incident. Security was briefly able to stop her, but she later fled again before the police arrived. These are pieces of evidence confirming that she physically assaulted our staff and members and fled afterwards. A police report has been filed. We are sharing this only to make neighboring businesses in our community aware. Please be careful, and if anyone recognizes her, please contact us privately or local authorities. Then they went on to say, thank you to everyone who has continued supporting us and protecting our small business. We are very saddened that this type of incident occurred at our salon. We have been here for almost 3 years, and this is the first time something like this has ever happened. Okay. My thing is, I understand that the salon owner is saying that she went after this woman because she wanted to protect her salon. But y'all have to realize times are different. A lot of states are open carry. You don't have to have a license to even carry. So I think that was very dangerous for her and her entire team to run after this lady. That's what the authorities for. Y'all have her contact information, and y'all have her on video. And with AI and facial recognition, they could have easily found that lady instead of you having your entire staff chase her. I feel like that was very dangerous. Y'all don't know what she could have had in that purse. And it sounds like she was on the phone calling somebody. She could have called somebody to pull up on there and harmed y'all. Like, we are in Atlanta. One, I feel like that's very dangerous. And two, she also stated in her video, if I'm not wrong, I can replay the video, but she stated in her video that she is not paying any money she does not owe. She's not paying anything additional. I also digged a little deeper and read a comment from one of the customers that frequent this salon. Somebody stated in a comment and said, honest customer review. I had services done at Muse Salon 5 to 6 times, and although I love my service provided by Muse, the salon is known for charging a completely different total price once at the register. I'm talking $30 more than what was quoted prior to services rendered. It happened to me 2 to 3 times, and I haven't been back. And then somebody else said, that they had a similar experience, and another person commented and said, y'all do a lot over $100. Just file a police report and keep it moving. The Asian community responds dangerously to theft, and your community uses your privileges to heighten the situation. It doesn't take 5 employees, men and women, to get your money back. Not justifying what she did at all, but your method of handling things needs to be evaluated. And that's all I'm saying. I feel like they handled this so unprofessional. If I was a client at this nail salon, or if I was in Atlanta, I would never go to a place like this, because why would you handle a customer like this? And y'all even stated this is the first time y'all have ever dealt with a situation like this. Y'all have never been stolen from, and y'all have been in Buckhead for about 3 years. They stated they have been doing nails in Atlanta since before 2022, and they got so much support that they were able to move in this big luxurious salon. And if y'all look at their page and in the pictures, majority of their clientele is Black women. I looked at this and was just like, I would never support this type of place, because that woman, the only difference between me and her is that my name is Asian and she just has a different name than me. If y'all treated her like this over less than $100, and this was y'all first time having something like this, and Black women have been supporting y'all, why would y'all de-escalate this situation like this? That just tells me that if you were at that nail salon and you had any altercation or disputes, this will be your same fate. This is not professional at all. I do want to read another comment from a customer that frequent this salon. Somebody else said, I've been to this salon multiple times and have been quoted $40 to $50 more after my service was already completed. I have paid it, but that definitely has been my experience as well. The salon owner commented and responded back to that person and said that this is not true. We do consultations and we agree to the price. Anybody that comment anything back, the salon owner is very aggressive. I did do a little more research, and I just kind of wanted to pull up some of the prices of the services. This is not a new salon, y'all. They are charging They are charging hefty prices for full sets and nails. Like I said, I stopped going to nail salons a couple years ago because I had a situation similar to this where I was at a nail salon, and I am a former people pleaser, and I used to have a very hard time speaking up for myself. And the one time or the few times I spoke up for myself, it was always an issue. I remember one time in particular, I told the nail tech that was doing my pedicure that my nail, it wasn't even. I wanted it to be boxy, and she made it round and it was uneven on one side, and then one nail was longer than the other nail on my right foot. So I told this to her, and instead of her just fixing it and cleaning it up, she went and started talking so much trash about me, y'all, talking about my feet, said that I was unpleasant. She said she was ready for me to go, but she didn't know. She said all this in front of my face, but she didn't know I had Google Translate on. And then after my service, she was still expecting a tip after not giving me appropriate service. And that happened about 3 years ago, and that's when I just stopped going to Asian nail salons altogether, because I realized this is the problem. When you speak up for yourself, they don't treat you the same. They just tolerate you. A lot of black women think, oh, I'm just gonna go here because it's convenient. They take walk-ins. What I had to realize, we are not being appreciated, we're being tolerated. So that's when I just stopped going to these places. Black women keep an entire industry alive. We do hair, we do nails, we do makeup, we do bundles, we do lashes. Like, that's an entire industry. We stop getting our hair, our nails, our lashes, our waxes and things done, they will literally be out of a job. So I don't take these things lightly. Imagine spending your money somewhere where you're unwanted. You feel unwanted, you feel rushed, you feel overcharged. And I know I'm gonna have a comment on this video, because anytime I do a video about speaking up for yourself, I always get one of those comments, well, oh, I go to this salon, or oh, I love my nail tech, or oh, I've never had a problem. That's not the point. You're an outlier. How many situations have you seen online of women of color talking about a situation where they were either prejudiced against, overcharged, rushed, treated less than, or have a negative experience, and we literally fuel the industry, and we've had a negative experience, or we've even made TikToks and we promoted these businesses. We literally carry a lot of these beauty businesses on our backs, and that's the only reason why they're still alive, and you're treated like this. Like, how many times have y'all seen a video like that? That's the point. Like, you having a great experience or you loving your nail tech, that's not to take away from that. I'm not trying to make a video about hating all nail salons or hating all stylists. That's not the point. The point is, if nothing changes, nothing will change. If more of us start fighting back with our dollars and saying, I'm not gonna go to you, then something will change. But the problem is, there's no unity in the black community when it comes to this stuff. I remember a few years ago, a black woman that worked at Evans, she said that she was the only one that was in their corporate office, and she talked about the way they treated her. They were racist, they outed her, they had favorites, and there was all types of things that they did to her. And she said that she was literally the bread and butter for this business. She gave them their creative juices, she hired people, she put them on in so many different ways. She was the face of their TikTok, their Instagram, and at the end, she was treated like poo. Like, I think I don't know if they fired her or if she ended up quitting, but they treated her as if she was the ugly stepchild, and she was really the one that was behind the entire business. Like, they had the budget, but it was all of her creative ideas. It was her testing these products out on her black hair so we can go ahead and invest in it. And this is how they were treating her. And there was so many black women saying, oh, I'm not finna throw away my bottle of Evans, this is $20, I'm still gonna. And it's just like, because we don't stand for anything, that's why we're always in these situations. That's why we always finish last, because y'all don't stand for community. Like, y'all don't care. You're like, oh, if it doesn't affect me, then I don't care. It has to be a viral story in order for y'all to wake up and see, maybe I need to start putting my dollars where I'm respected, where I'm appreciated. But no, I guarantee you I'm gonna at least have one person that comment on this video and say, oh, that's my nail salon, I don't have a problem there. Just like I did the video about the braider in Houston, it was so many women that commented on that video and was like, oh, that's my braider and I love them, I go there all the time, I have okay, that's great. I'm happy that you did not experience that, but when you do one day experience that, I want you to remember all the plethora of other women that tried to warn you and tell you these are the experiences that they had at that salon. But because it hasn't happened to you yet, you don't care. All they had to do was document, ban her, follow up with the police, and contact your bank. That's what you have insurance for. taking losses is a part of having a business. You know how many restaurants that have been dashed on, dine and dash? You know how many hairstylists that have received chargebacks and they had to fight it with their bank? You know how many places have dealt with theft? People running in stores, stealing clothes and looting and doing all types of stuff. That's literally a part of having a business. It's not good. Like I said, I don't think it's right because, again, this is all alleged. I don't know if she didn't pay them at all. I'm just using context clues, and I personally think in this situation, she probably did agree to one price, and then at the end, they charged her more, and she decided that she wasn't comfortable with paying the difference, because you notice in her caption, she said something along the lines of, she pretty much put hands on her staff. I felt like she probably had to mush or put hands on their staff in order to get out the door. As y'all can see, the lady wouldn't even let her walk. She had the phone in her face. She was all up on her. Like, you can't stand in front of somebody while they're trying to walk and say, oh, you're hitting me, oh, you're touching me. You're standing in my way. You're obstructing my way. How do you expect me to move around you? Or how was she able to touch your staff if they weren't guarding the door? Y'all can't tell me 101% they were not guarding that door. They had her trying to detain her inside that salon, and because they were in the way, I'm pretty sure she probably had to move or fight to get out of the salon. Again, I'm not saying it's right, but I think the authorities should have been called and she should have waited on them instead of putting her staff in danger over $100. Like, I don't know, y'all. This whole situation is crazy. Let me know how you feel about it. Are y'all gonna be spending y'all dollars different? Because I think that's the essence of having these conversations, and that's what needs to be important. And you shouldn't have to be a storyline, or something like this shouldn't have to happen to you for you to decide that you're not gonna go to nail salons anymore, or you're just gonna go where you're appreciated. Because I'm not saying this isn't all nail salons, but like I said, I watched a lot of their videos on Buckhead. Let me quote the Instagram correct, because I think it's the owner is Tiffany _ aesthetics, and then the name of the salon, I believe it is Buckhead Muse. I also looked up some of the prices. These are pretty expensive prices. For a gel X, they just say 75 plus. For a builder gel, 75 plus. Poly gel, 75 plus. And a lot of times y'all ask like, oh, well, how you don't know the price? I should know the price before I sit down. A lot of times you're not gonna know the prices because they don't put set prices. Now everything is just with the plus. Y'all see this? Everything literally says plus. This came exactly off of their nail salon. They're charging $200 plus for a mega set for lashes. That is crazy. $180 wispy. If you want the eyelash strips that you can get from a penny off Alibaba, those are $25. If you want the clusters, it says 50 plus. There's barely any flat prices on this nail salon, so it's hard to really know if she agreed on a price or if they told her that was the starting price, because that's all I see on their nail salon. There's not many services on here with a set price. The only thing I see with the set price is the add-ons. Like you can see here, gel removal with petty is $5, deep French it's $15. These are add-ons. These are the base prices. This is also crazy. I remember 5 years ago we used to be able to get a full set at the Asian salons for $20. Now just to have a French tip, we starting at $10 now. This is crazy. Before I close this video out, I want to show y'all something. This is how I know the salon is very professional, just even based on the type of content that they make. They have a bunch of customers, again, black and brown customers, creating TikToks, getting them business. But if you have any altercation or disputes, this is how you're going to be treated. Even look at this post. They posted this 3 days before this situation happened. This is very unprofessional as a business. Why would you post this on your page?
Hey, can I get my nails done for free here?
Free nails? What kind of nerve she got talking about free nails? Is she crazy? She gotta be crazy. Who does free nails anymore? In this economy?
Can you keep your thoughts to yourself, please?
No! You know how much gas costs to get up here to do some nails?
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave that there. But again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Mwah. So I did find a little more context. She basically stated that the client refused to pay the price after her service because she did not like something or she did not get exactly what she wanted. She said the client said that she would pay additional. I put the screenshot here on the screen so y'all can pause it and read it. But she basically said she agreed to only pay for what she wanted and she didn't want to pay for anything additional that they did. But they said that they refused. And then she ended it off with, if she wasn't happy with her nails, then why didn't she pay for the pedicure either? Meaning it wasn't just the nails that she wasn't pleased with. She also did not pay for her pedicure, so she should have paid for that. But I want y'all to look at that picture on the right hand side. This is a picture that they posted on their Instagram on July 31st, 2025, celebrating their second year business. In order for your staff to be this big, that means that y'all have had a lot of support for women and Black women specifically over the years. So I feel like y'all should be at a level where professionalism is always first. Chasing somebody outside of the salon in efforts to stand up for your employees is the wrong way to do it. If anything, you were putting your employees in danger. You should have waited on the police to get there. But yeah, I just wanted to add extra context because I'm not taking sides here. I just personally believe that if the woman left without paying, because again, all of this is alleged, I'm only going by what Tiffany Aesthetic posted on her Instagram. If she did in fact leave without paying for none of the services, she is wrong and she should be held accountable. But at the same time, there's a level of professionalism that should have been held because you are a business owner. And being a business owner myself, I know sometimes these unfortunate losses just come with the game. But yeah, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.